In this video, I'm reviewing the Ferrari 612 Scaglietti. So for those of you who are new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. My name's Simon. I've got a back catalogue of about 150 videos featuring a Maserati Gran Turismo, an Audi R8, a Mercedes-Benz CL65 and an SL55 with a beautiful berry red interior. It'd be great to have you as a subscriber. So in this video, we're looking at a classic front-engine V12 Ferrari. So Ferrari models can be split into the V8 models and the V12 models. So V8 models are generally their two-seater mid-engine sports cars. So thinking things like the 360, F430, the 458 and the 488. The V12 front-engine models are things like the 599, the 612 here, the 812 Superfast. Now some of those V12 models are four-seaters or 2+2s, and some of them are just pure two-seaters. The Scaglietti here is a 2+2, and in this video we're going to go around the exterior, have a look at the interior, and then we're going to go for a test drive. So let's go. So I don't think there are many cars that can claim to have such a long and rich heritage as the V12 front-engine Ferraris. Going back to such iconic cars as the 250 GT, the Daytona, the 550 and 575, and this model looks absolutely stunning in black, with yellow brake calipers just providing that little flash of colour. The Scuderia shields on the side there. An absolutely stunning looking car. Opinion on the 612 Scaglietti is a bit divided. I know that a lot of people think that this is, you know, one of Ferrari's ugly ducklings, and it's true that it doesn't have the timeless quality of some of the other Ferrari designs. Let me know in the comments what you think of the design of the Scaglietti. I think it's imposing. It's very imposing, and I could happily live with it personally. Huge carbon ceramic brakes, which are essential for a car of this size and weight to be able to stop it efficiently, and these brakes are exceptionally good. There's really nothing quite like having this kind of key in your pocket, and turning over gives you the key to open the boot, which just pops open, and a reasonable size boot given you've got four seats as well. Underneath here you've got your emergency tyre repair kit, no spare in the Scaglietti. Those quad pipes to allow the beautiful sound of the V12 to escape. I will demonstrate that in a little while. So let's have a look under the bonnet at the heart of this beast, which is the 5.75 litre V12. A little catch opens to reveal the magnificent piece of engineering that powers this beast. 5.75 litre V12 engine, producing 530 odd brake horsepower, and you can see how far back that engine is mounted in the car. It's behind the front wheels, giving this a true front mid-engined configuration for better handling and stability. So let's take a look in the interior, which, as you can see, is finished in this gorgeous tan leather trim. First impressions obviously are of extreme high quality. You can see the Daytona style seats here with electrical adjustment and memory settings. You've got your seat heating controls there. Just have a quick look in the back to see how much space you actually do have. Two very reasonable sized seats, very comfortable in the back. And the smell in this car is just the best part of it. And as we climb in the car, we're presented with what must be the nicest sight in automotive life anywhere. The Ferrari badge in the middle of the steering wheel. Don't think there are many things that can compete with that. You have an F1 style automated manual transmission with paddle shifters, and unlike most other cars, the paddle shifters in Ferrari and Maserati are attached to the steering column rather than the steering wheel, so they always stay in the same place, which personally I like much better than the ones on the steering wheel. You have your engine start-stop button here and your Manettino, which you can select between comfort, sport and traction control off. Then in the instrument cluster you've got a large yellow tachometer in the middle, speedo off to the right, and then you've got an information display LCD on the left. As you can see, the quality is just exceptional. You've got your controls for your ventilation, stereo navigation, air conditioning controls. This is your gear selector here. And this control here is very interesting because it actually adjusts the roof opacity, if you like, or the color of the glass roof. So you can select whether you want it more transparent or more opaque. So if you want to block out more of the sunlight, you can adjust this. You've got your 612 Scaglietti badging on the left hand side there. Just beautiful, beautiful quality. This particular car has got an aftermarket Bluetooth adapter in it for making phone calls, which is obviously very handy. I don't think they came as standard at the time, so has been updated to keep with modern times. So now we've had a good tour around the exterior and interior of the 612 Scaglietti. Let's get it out on the road and see what it's like to drive. So we put the key in, turn the key, press the engine start button, and the V12 burbles into life. Right, let's take this beast for a bit of a spin, shall we? So, as with all these F1 transmission cars, you're better off treating it as a manual rather than expecting it to behave like an automatic. Oh, those brakes. And that's another thing, the brakes in this car are phenomenal. These carbon ceramics are just extraordinary. Anyway, what can you say about the Scaglietti? It feels incredibly luxurious, but also sporty as well. This sight of the Ferrari badge in the steering wheel has to be one of the most iconic sights and the most pleasing sights that anyone can have if you're an auto enthusiast. That beautiful yellow tachometer in front of you with the steering wheel, the Manettino, it all just reeks of quality. The smell in here is also absolutely gorgeous. This car is designed for crossing continents. It is an absolutely beautiful vehicle for eating up the miles on a long cross-country, cross-continental journey. So the sound from the V12 is present in the cabin, which is nice, but it's not intrusive. And at freeway speeds, this car is incredibly comfortable, very stable. You can feel that you could easily do 300 kilometers an hour with no problem whatsoever on in this car. Once it's in 6th gear, you're cruising at about 2,500 RPM. Very quiet, very peaceful in here, and beautiful, beautiful luxury. Feels so stable. Absolutely beautiful. Change up a couple of gears. And you've got your power on demand. This is one of those cars that actually flies under the radar quite a bit. It's not obviously in black, it's quite stealthy, but it's also not that shouty in terms of its appearance, and you could easily drive this every day and most people probably wouldn't know what it was. This car unfortunately suffers from something that a lot of Ferraris suffer from, and that is the nightmare sticky button syndrome, which is common to so many Ferrari models. I don't know how they failed to produce a plastic for these buttons that didn't degrade in the sunlight. Seems kind of basic, but this car unfortunately is really badly affected by the sticky button syndrome, and they all need to be reconditioned basically, which has to be done on every old Ferrari basically. The gear changes are nice and precise. It doesn't feel like a single clutch transmission. It feels much smoother than that, which is good. I think they improved the design of the F1 system between its first introduction and this. This car is currently for sale through the Oldtimer Centre. I will put a link in the description. It's a piece of automotive history, the 612 Scaglietti. It's pretty rare. They only made 3,000 of them, and I think only 200 of those came with a manual transmission, so the vast majority were F1 transmissions. A very rare car on the road anywhere in the world, and particularly in Australia. This one is in absolutely fantastic condition, and it has only done 8,200 kilometers from new. So this car is virtually brand new, and a huge discount on the original sticker price. Fantastic bargain, fantastic car. I think you'll agree. If you need a 4-seater Grand Tourer, this is the one to get. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video with the 612 Scaglietti. I think you'll agree it's an absolutely stunning looking car, and performance-wise it matches its looks with staggering performance and incredible luxury combined. I think you'd be very happy doing very long cross-country journeys in this car with absolute comfort. So thanks very much for watching once again. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like. It'd be great to have you as a subscriber, and hit that notification bell. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.